Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Joe here, bringing you the next episode of my BPL review series. I'm about to say final, but it's not. I am up to... this episode is the most recent one, so we are now up to date with the series. And it's the most recent round of games that were played. The feature is Chelsea versus Everton, a game that ended 3-3. And it was a cracking game, it really was. Everton going 2-0 up at the start of the second half with an own goal from John Terry, and then Morales scoring an absolute belter, bringing it down and then just firing it first time volley into the back of the net. Diego Costa and Fabregas scored 2 goals in 2 minutes to get us back to 2-2, and then Funes Mori, dead on 90 minutes, got Everton back in front. We're thinking this is going to be crazy. This is going to be a mad ending to the game. And boy, it was. 8 minutes added on. John Terry scored an equaliser from an offside position, but nobody knows. It's clear that it's offside. But they even said it on Match of the Day themselves. They said that, the potential reason why it wasn't given was because nobody knew whether, I think it was Oscar or Ivanovic got a touch on it. That's why. But you can clearly tell they touch it, and you can clearly tell that John Terry is offside. So, although I am a Chelsea fan, yes, I'm happy with the draw. Yes, I'm happy with the way we fought. But at the same time, I do feel sorry for Everton because they fought just as hard as we did. And they should have won it, in my opinion. They really should have done. But massive point. Keeps us unbeaten since Mourinho left, of course, and Arsenal away in the Premier League is what we have up next weekend. The early game in the day, Aston Villa 1, Leicester City 1. Instead, getting Aston Villa a draw with 15 minutes left on the clock after Okazaki's open there in the opening of 30 minutes. Really annoyed with Morris once again. Took another penalty and missed it once again. I am not happy at all. Tempted to take him out of my fantasy team. That's the pure reason why. But nice draw there for Villa. Good point there. Bournemouth 3. West Bromwich. Southampton 3. West Brom 0. I read that totally wrong. Ward-Prowse scoring 2 goals, one of which was from the spot, and then Tadic scoring with just under 20 minutes left on the clock to seal the win and all 3 points for Southampton. Before this game, Ward-Prowse, would you believe, scored his first goals of the season, and it was something like his first 2 goals in 114 appearances or something like that, something crazy. But a must-win game there for Southampton, despite beating Watford 2-0 last time out. Newcastle 2, West Ham United 1. Perez and Wijnaldum getting 2 goals from Newcastle in the opening 15 minutes, and then Jelavic brought one back for West Ham at the start of the second half. And obviously it was also a debut for Newcastle's new signing, John Joe Shelvey from Swansea. And that he made a fantastic debut. I think it was for one of the goals. He made a fantastic pass. But that did mean that Newcastle lifted themselves up and out of the Premier League relegation zone. Manchester City 4, Crystal Palace 0. Massive scoreline, of course. What you'd expect from Manchester City. Delph and Silva getting 2 goals, a goal each, and then Aguero getting 2 in and amongst all of that. And that meant the City closed the gap on Arsenal and Leicester City. Big win for Manchester City, of course. Palace could have probably done without losing this one, to be honest with you, after the run that they've had. Bournemouth 3, Norwich 0. Gosling, Daniels and Afobe getting the 3 goals there. Afobe being one of the new signings by Bournemouth, of course. Signed from Wolves, formerly of Arsenal as well, obviously. Scoring on his second game. Couldn't quite do it on his debut, even though he had chances to do so. And That win that meant Bournemouth moved 5 points clear of the bottom three. A massive win for them, and it's good motivation for Eddie Howe and his team. One of the other games, Tottenham 4, Sunderland 1. Ericsson with 2 goals, then Bellet with 1 and Kane with 1. And they were the 4 goals for Tottenham. And then Van Aanholt scored 1 also for Sunderland. And that goal put Sunderland in front, would you believe, after 40 minutes. Massive game, massive win for Tottenham if they want to finish in the top 4 this season. But it did also have an impact on Sunderland, who meant that their chances of survival were dampened once more. On to Sunday's games, 2 of probably the most boring games I would have expected. Stoke City 0, Arsenal 0, nothing to make of it apart from Jack Butland and Petr just making fantastic save after fantastic save after fantastic save. And then Liverpool, Manchester United. You know, a big game. Two of the country's biggest teams, if you like, going head to head. And it was a 1-0 win for Manchester United with Rooney with just over 10 minutes left on the clock. I was expecting better from both games. You know, Stoke and Arsenal in form, Liverpool and Manchester United being a high calibre clash, and considering what Liverpool and Manchester United witnessed in the week, it's absolutely crazy. But a massive, it was just rather boring to say the least for those two. And then the only other game played on the Monday, Swansea 1, Watford 0, Williams getting in the only goal of the game in the opening 30 minutes. So, yeah. And that meant that Swansea also climbed out of the relegation zone as well. So, not too bad for them at all. In terms of the next episode, we're back to this now. Let's have a look at the fixtures. Just read them out. This weekend, Norwich versus Liverpool at Carrow Road, Crystal Palace versus Tottenham, Leicester versus Stoke, Manchester United versus Southampton, Sunderland versus Bournemouth, Watford versus Newcastle, West Brom versus Aston Villa, West Ham versus Manchester City. Those are the 8 games played on Saturday. And on Sunday, Everton versus Swansea as the half-1 kickoff, and the big one, Arsenal versus Chelsea at the Emirates. And 4 o'clock. So thank you very much for watching this episode, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next episode soon. See you later.